The Committees of Finance and Trade have engaged Minister for Trade and Minister for Finance, Matia Kasaijja, URA, and the leadership of traders associations on the issue of the electronic fiscal receipting and invoicing system as mandated by Speaker of Parliament Anita Among when she referred the matters to these committees on 9th April. However, the meeting was suspended as members refused to proceed without the presence of Minister for Finance, Honorable Matia Kasaijja.
Better that we even have the Minister of Finance. There is no technical person from Minister of Finance. They are the ones to defend this matter on the floor.
They prayed that you suspend, even if it's for 5 minutes.
The committee members agreed to first allow representatives of the traders to present their petitions, but MPs guided to have all concerns represented at once. The leadership of the United Arcadia's Traders Entrepreneurs Association suggested that URA take back the system for better packaging, while Kasita proposed that the system be implemented from factories or entry points.
The complaints that URA is not using clear mechanisms to identify who should enroll on VAT. Traders were saying the system was unfair to most of the traders because the criteria URA is using is not well defined.
How can you tell me that you have come for sensitization with armed men? Even it's like it was like intimidating.
The leadership of the Uganda Supermarkets Owners Association, who have interacted with the system, raised issues regarding application selection and skills, with the main concern being the penalty of 6 million if one fails to issue an e-receipt.
For people who are on the system and for whatever reason they have been penalized, we can start on a fresh page, but by waiving those penalties that have taken away the working capital.
Police and so on somewhere around, they simply go away because they don't want to be part of that issue. So the end result is that supermarkets are losing customers. For most of you who have been following up supermarket trends, they are closing.
The Commissioner General URA, John Musinguzi, informed the committee that this is an affordable and user-friendly system, although he acknowledged that data might constrain traders. On the issue of penalties, he stated that it is already in the law and cannot be altered.
Was determined to be once a month, and this is what we are applying. Of course, even 6 million on penalty is not small money. The best way to avoid the penalty is once you go on Efris to issue e-receipts all the time. As URA, we are committing to intensify the engagements and sensitization.
Members of Parliament reacted to these petitions and URA's presentation with divergent views, some supporting the system as good, while others recommending its suspension temporarily. Most MPs stated that certain policies like the penalty are unfair to traders and need to be reviewed.
Given the advantages you have given to do with Efris and this technology, why don't you give it some time so that people gradually adopt it rather than enforce it?
The system needs to be suspended because people are not sensitized. And you've not taken the initiative of orienting our traders about your system, and you want them to adopt the system.
Let's also make sure that we deal with unreasonable penalties. Because the Tax Procedures Code, Section 73, the penalty we talked about of 6 million, the monkey came from the ministry. We carried it as Parliament, and now it is our monkey.
And penalties seems to be harsh. Can we look at it? But you remember, it's a matter of the law.
Traders raised concerns about the deployment of the military at their shops, who forcefully ask for e-receipts, but URA stated that this is to provide security to their officers. MPs had differing reactions to this, with some also raising concerns about larger players in the industry, especially supermarkets, evading taxes.
Don't do that, you just end up going to everyone. Now people's things are all taken. We are even scaring our buyers. They do not want to come there anymore. Others are now preferring to buy in up country.
Security for our staff is non-negotiable. Because in some places, our staff of URA have been beaten
Minister Kasaijja emphasized that some issues are policy-related and will require legal processes, but stressed that traders closing down shops significantly affects economic growth.
So I wish to tell everybody here, I want this matter to be sorted out yesterday. But we have got procedures, we have got laws. That's why I'm praying that let us calm down, that tomorrow I am reliably informed that the president is going to meet the traders, the representatives. And I'm sure by end of tomorrow, we shall have known now the right direction.
2 days, Minister Kasaijja told us directly that he has nothing to solve within these few days, and he needs 2 more weeks to solve these problems. And it's not our problem as leaders, but traders, they have pain.
The errors have been discovered in. For a moment, it should be put on hold. That we as the community, the business community, cannot proceed with those errors in the system.
Members of the committees will convene for an internal meeting to discuss the issues and produce a report to present before the House. I'm Navka Farida and Gloria Gwetabinji at Parliament.